Luke Cage Season 2 is out now on Netflix, and we pick up once again with Luke Cage with his newfound celebrity status trying to protect the streets of Harlem, and he's caught up in a turf war between this new villain on the rise and Mariah Dillard and Shades up to their old shady stuff. I quite enjoyed Luke Cage Season 2 overall. For the most part, it was a pretty engaging crime drama. Luke Cage gets caught up in this turf war between Mariah Dillard and her forces and this new villain called Bushmaster. That is his actual name, Bushmaster. And I really enjoyed seeing the turf war unfold, where Bushmaster is going after Mariah Dillard's people, and Mariah Dillard's people going after Bushmaster's people. And from just that perspective, it was entertaining seeing both gangs go after each other, with Luke Cage caught in the middle of it, trying to keep the peace in Harlem. Luke Cage, the character, was once again very entertaining to watch. Like I said at the start, he has kind of like a celebrity status now. Everybody in Harlem knows who he is. They always come up to him asking him for selfies. He's just like a full-on Harlem celebrity. Later on in the season, it gets a bit stupid where people start turning on him because he gets his ass kicked a couple times. They're like, oh, I thought you were the Harlem hero. I thought you were supposed to protect us, man. So the whole celebrity status thing gets a little bit annoying sometimes, but it was kind of cool seeing him be a celebrity, kind of. I also liked Misty Knight this time round as well. She's recovering from the loss of her arm from the Defenders, and she's like, at first she's not got an arm, so she's trying to deal with not having an arm and people staring at her. But later on she gets a robot arm from Danny Rand and she starts kicking some more ass. But earlier on in the show, she actually kicks a bunch of people's asses in a bar with one arm. If that doesn't solidify her badass rate, I don't know what will. And season 2 had some pretty solid villains as well. Mariah Dillard is back. She's like kind of the main villain overall. Mariah Dillard, especially in season 2, is the perfect love to hate villain. Every time she gets away with something and she avoids getting caught by the police or someone, you're just like, oh, you awful, evil, horrible person, get caught already. So in that aspect, she works very well as an antagonist. And Alfre Woodard, I don't know if I've said her name right, she was awesome. She completely killed it. And the new villain on the rise, Bushmaster, was also a solid villain because he was a physical threat to Luke Cage, because you see in the trailer where he kicks Luke Cage's ass. But he was also the kind of villain who got stuff done. He didn't mess about. He didn't always rely on his henchmen and his goons. He actually went in there, kicked some ass, got stuff done, and it was a pretty menacing presence for the most part. And he does have some solid motivation. The reason why he's doing what he's doing and why he's targeting Mariah Dillard, pretty solid stuff. I didn't really feel it necessarily. I didn't really feel for him as a character, but his motivations were still pretty solid for him to be a relevant enough villain. The big thing that Luke Cage Season 2 does very well is character. There are some episodes where it feels kind of uneventful, but characters are talking to each other and they're developing and progressing, and in some ways, characters are becoming the kind of people that they don't want to be, but they kind of have to become. And there are some really well done scenes of dialogue and drama between some characters sometimes. Where Season 2 kind of faltered for me is where most of the Marvel Netflix shows kind of falter, and that is that some episodes do feel kind of dragged out. Like the whole 13 episode template, I've talked about this before, 13 episodes is too long for Marvel Netflix shows in my opinion. It always feels like it runs out of steam by about episode 10 or 11, but in Season 2 it's like kind of like the middle, it kind of drags a little bit in the middle sometimes. But for Luke Cage Season 2, I feel like the last 3 or 4 episodes were the best episodes of the entire season, and before like episode 10, nothing like super remarkable or memorable happened up until like episode 10. I binge watched the entire season yesterday and trying to think back to it, I can't really think of that many standout moments pre-episode 10. So it wasn't constantly engaging, it was a little bit up and down sometimes in terms of, okay, I'm entertained, now I'm kind of bored, now I'm entertained again, but now I'm kind of bored. So it's not always the smoothest ride. Danny Rand / Iron Fist shows up in Season 2 in 1 episode, which was kind of pointless really. There was really no reason for Iron Fist to be in the 1 episode that he was in. But I will say this though, Finn Jones is better in this 1 episode of Luke Cage than he was in the entirety of Iron Fist and Defenders. There are still a couple of times where he talks like, I am Danny Rand, I am the immortal Iron Fist, I have to summon my chi, I killed a dragon. But there are some times where he does talk a little bit more normal, and I actually like the dynamic between Luke Cage and Danny Rand. Danny will go on about Kunlun and summoning his chi and taking out the dragon. Luke Cage would be like, get out of here with that. I wouldn't mind seeing Luke and Danny team up a bit more. Overall, I thought Luke Cage Season 2 was pretty good. Minus the couple of episodes where it does drag a little bit, it was an engaging crime drama, it was a cool turf war watching the 2 gangs go after each other, the villains were solid, the hero was really good to watch, I like the side characters, Misty Knight especially, and the way Season 2 wrapped up, it had like an endgame kind of feel to it. It felt like Season 1 and Season 2 were converging and wrapping up in the end of Season 2. And the way that it ended as well was pretty interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they take it in Season 3. Overall, I'm gonna go 3.5 out of 5 for Luke Cage Season 2. So have you watched Luke Cage Season 2 yet? What did you think about it, and which one did you prefer, Season 1 or Season 2? I think I like Season 2 a little bit more than Season 1 personally. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know down there, and if you want to see more of my stuff, click on one of these, and I'll see you all in the next video.